there's always like this really nice meeple here, like really nice and chunky meeple. Oops, for like oops. Hey everyone, this is Thecos, and today I'm very excited to be playing through Urbion for you. This is a game in the Universe series designed by Shady Torby by Impatience Games. As you may know, I own all of the Universe games. I think I own all Impatience games even, and almost every game I have shown off my channel. There are still, I think, 2 or 3 Universe games left that I still want to show off, but today it's Urbion's turn. Longtime viewers may already know this from my channel because yes, I have recorded the original version of Urbion, which was in this smaller case back then, but this is like the second edition that now looks and feels like exactly like all the other Universe games, right? In this nice format. So we'll be playing through that today. So before we get started, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. Oh yeah, this is actually very drinkable. I thought it would be still too hot, but it's totally fine. How will we structure my video today? I will just set up the game quickly, and then I will just give you a rough overview over how it plays. The rest you will get to know through my playthrough, because as usual, these videos are no how to play videos, no teachers. These are just playthroughs to give you a feeling of how the game plays. And yes, little spoiler, this is also a game I really enjoy, but then again, there is not a single Universe game that I don't like. But before we set up the game, I want to show you a few things because it's so nice. So first of all, like this is like a really nice box, like really amazing artwork. I really love Elise's artwork that has like done like all the Universe games. And if we open it up, we see several things. First of all, we see, you see an autograph by Shady himself. Really great. So that is really cool. All right, and then what we also have is like this really nice landscape here. Like every Universe game looks like this. That like we see like this, like some kind of image here is like these cities, right? And then we just open it up one by one, and we see like a little more of the inner workings here. And then under that we have the book of rules. And then here on the left side, I have the base game. On the right side, I have like all the expansions because yes, like every Universe games, this comes with several expansions. I think there are 7 this time. I'm not quite sure. And also there's always like this really nice meeple here, like really nice and chunky meeple. Oops, for like some of the expansions usually. All right, so let me just quickly set up the game. And that is the setup of the game. So what is the story of this game? Well, we are the Archon of the Library City of Dreams, where for eons the Incubi, sad negative dreams, and the Sognae, happy positive dreams, have dwelt as opposed but complementary forces. Your task is to maintain or re-establish the delicate balance between these dreams, place them in the various districts of the city, and harness their power so that neither group becomes more powerful than the other. You must also make sure that the chaos, wayward and confused dreams do not cause too much trouble and fit as best as they can in the city. And beware the emptiness, a dreadful entity that thrives on discord and isolation. So this is the story of the game. So essentially this is a solo or cooperative game for 2 players. But I have only played every solo Universe game solo so far, but I am planning to like play them at a 2-player count at some point. So give you a little overview over how this game looks like and how it works. We do have like the 4 city districts here in the middle. There are 8 more here, and we need to be able to work towards an equilibrium for all of them, towards a balance, right? A balance means we always have the Sognae, the happy dreams cards on the left, and the Incubi, the sad dreams, on the right side. And we are trying to form an equilibrium, which means we want to have the same values left and right. As you can see, for example, here we have +2 here, and we have -8 here together, right? Here, for example, we have 9 and 0. Here we have 6 and 0. Here we have 0 and -5. And we need to try to form an equilibrium, right? For that. And we have like several options for that. First of all, we can just draw a card and like place it on the corresponding side. So for example, the +2 I could play on this side, the -3 I could play on this side. There are a few rules that I need to that we need to pay attention to. First of all, you see like these symbols here on these cards, right? These correspond to the city districts. That means, for example, I could not play the water Sognae in this city district because only fire and earth can be played there, right? These are the 4 elements, right? So we have here wind, air, we have water, fire, and earth. So that's one thing, right? So for example, this water, I could only play up there, and that's it, right? Second thing is there can only be 3 cards on one side. And third thing is I can only play them on the respective side. So I couldn't play a Sognae on the Incubi side or the other way around, right? That's like a few things to keep in mind. And then when I'm done with that, I just draw a new card. It is possible to draw these chaos cards, right? They were part of the setup, unfortunately. So that's why I already have some in here. These always have like a value of plus or minus 5. And they are like pretty bad to draw. There are 8 in the deck. 2 are already revealed. So 6 more in this deck here, right? So these like really throw a wrench in our plans. We need to kind of plan around that. What we can also do is discard a card. Like on the discard pile. And then I can do like one or several things. First of all, what I can do is I can swap cards on one side, 2 cards on one side. So I can swap 2 cards on this side or 2 on this. So for example, I could swap the -2 with the -5, but I could not swap this one with that one, right? Because they need to be on the same side. That makes sense, right? Even chaos cards cannot switch sides here, right? They are now on the right side and they need to stay there. Another thing that I can do is the action census. That means that I can discard a card again, right? And then I see like if there is an equilibrium already. For example, do I have an example here? That's kind of hard, but let's just say I had like these on the left side here. That will be +5. That's also -5. So that's like exactly like the balance here, right? And then I can take the city card, like put it on my victory pile, discard these cards, and draw a new city card there, right? Because we win the game when we have created balance in all city districts, all 12, right? These 8 and these 4. And we lose if we ever need to draw a card here and we can't, right? That's the emptiness that was mentioned in the story of the game. And that is pretty much everything. So let's just start playing. All right. So actually what I did here wasn't too bad, right? I need to like get an equilibrium here. I don't want to like switch anything yet. So I'm going to take this wind card and play it here on the left side. That was my turn. So now I draw up to 4 cards. All right. We have another Incubi card. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. We have 5 together here. That's 6 here. So we could start working on that. I could put a -3 here, right? So this is like 6 to -3, okay? We are getting there. All right, the 2 I cannot play there. I could also start like trying to like swap cards, right? If I swap these 2, I would have 5 here. That's not quite enough, but I could also swap maybe a few here. That might be an idea, right? So I might want to think of that. I think I would actually discard a card. Let me discard one of these water cards here. And then I will swap cards. I've swapped this one and that one, like this. When you swap cards, the elements don't matter anymore, right? Only for placing them down. That means now you see here, +5, -5. So this one is already like, we already have an equilibrium here. That is great. And by the way, I think that was the original name of the game, Equilibrium, I think. Right? That's why I still call it that instead of balance, right? But yeah, Urbion makes much more sense in the universe, for the universe series. All right, so we have that. That is good. Like all these water cards don't help us because we need them up there. That is a huge issue. That is really, really annoying. But we can continue here. So let me play the one there, right? Water, that works. Draw a card. All right, the -3. That is not too bad. We can work with that. I will play that run right here. So now -6, +6, right? Very good. We are getting places. We need to pay attention to like if the chaos cards come, they will like really mess us up. Because why am I not discarding a card yet? Well, every discarded card gets us closer to emptying the deck, right? That's like kind of a timer that we have here. And also, if I discard a card, I can like discard all the city cards that have like a balance, right? So far, it's 2 already. If I manage to get all 4 balanced and then like do the census action, then we have the perfect balance. That means I can just put these on my victory pile, but also take like one card from the top and also put it there, right? So if we like manage to have like a balance in all 4, we even get like a 5th city for that, which is really strong, right? So that's like what I would like to do. But like with these water things here, I really have an issue. I really can't do a whole lot here. So I think I might actually have to like do like the balance thing in just a moment. So here we have 3 and there we have 8. Yeah, I'm not gonna get there, right? So what I will do, I will discard one of these cards here. Let me discard this one. So now I do the census action. That means now I will check for all the balances. No balance there, no balance here, but we have one here. 6, 6, 5, 5, right? That means we can put these 2 on our victory pile. I will just like put that like down here. And these will all be discarded. And what we now do is, now we draw 2 new city cards, put them right here, right? Still no, almost no water. That's pretty bad, actually. That's not too great. These are actually the same even. And then for every city here that doesn't have any cards, like any Incubi, Sognae, or Chaos cards, we draw 2 cards, right? So we draw one for that one and another one for that one. +2, -3, we can work with that. +1, -3. Okay. And also if like the other cities also had no cards, I would also put some there, right? Okay, and then I draw a card for myself, which is a +4. Oh, we could actually work with that. 4, 6, 7, 5, that's 8 here. But we can maybe swap something. That might be an idea. Yeah, so let me put the 4. Oh, no, I can't put the 4 there. It's a fire card. I can't do that. So I would have to swap, which is okay. I think I can work with that. So let me put the 4. Oh, I can't put it here either, right? Because it's already full. There's only room for 3. That is quite an issue. Let me do it like this. Let me put the +2 here. So we already have a balance here. And then draw another card. Okay, that's a +2. All right, so, and we can only put the +1 up there, right? But that wouldn't be enough. There would only be 4, but we have 8 here, right? So I would have to swap this one with a -1, which we also don't have. That is a problem, because this means I might have to like discard card again for that one city and stuff. Like we like burning through cards too quickly. Also, no further chaos cards have come up, which is also an issue here, right? Let me do it like this. Let me put the +2 here, then draw a card, and then let me discard a card. Yeah, one of these water cards here, right? Yeah, let me discard this one here. In order to swap 2 cards, I will swap this one and that one. Like this. Okay, that means now we have a balance here and a balance there. That is good. That is not too bad. Let me draw a card. No chaos cards. Oh man, they're all gonna come in like one swoop. I can feel it. That's gonna mess us up. So 4 to 8. Okay, then let me put this one here. And then let me discard, which one? We have a lot of wind. We don't have a whole lot of fire, right? But the +4 is like really strong. So let me discard this one here, I suppose. Because I want to swap these 2 now. This one goes up there. This one goes down here. Okay, we're getting places. So now we have a balance up here. We have a balance here and a balance there. We almost have a balance there, but not quite. Not quite. Can I somehow solve that? If I put a -2 there, that won't help us at all. Yeah, I don't think I can get like 4 of those in one swoop. I don't think so. No, I don't think that's possible. If I had a -1 here, that would be amazing. 5. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. So I will just discard a card. Let me discard one of these, the +4 fire cards, and then we check for balances. We have a balance here, we have one there and one there. So we can take this one, we can take this one, and we can take this one. They all go to our victory piles, and these are all discarded. We're still not doing all too bad, right? That perfect balance is like very, very tough to achieve. All right, so let's put one there, one there, and one there. So we have these 4 and then 3 more, right? So that is not too bad. Oops. So, and now we will put cards here again. +2, -1, all right. +4, -3, +4. Oh, and a +5. That one always needs to be put like on the side where like the other card was, right? So that's like a really strong imbalance, so to speak. Let me draw a card. Okay, so that's like the third power card now, I think, right? It's no cheating to just look here. It's not a memory game. Yeah, we have 3 of, I think, 8 power cards. Chaos cards, I mean. So, kind of rough. Okay, here we need -1. Like -2 altogether. We can get that. That should not be an issue. 2, 4, 6. We need one more here. I have an idea. Oh no, that doesn't work. Let me think what we can do here. Yeah, I think I will put this one here. And then I will discard one of these wind cards here in order to swap these two. So we already have a balance up there. And here we have 4, 4, right? So balance there, balance here. Wonderful. So 5. This needs a 6 here. Can we somehow work with that? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. Let me draw a card first, of course, because we could always like draw a chaos card, right? You haven't seen what happens when I draw a chaos card as one of my hands to replenish, right? It's not nice to have. So let's hope we don't draw that too soon. I think that's everything for now. You know what? I want to be a little bit safe. So let me just discard this one in order to check for balances. We have the balance right here. Like this. And also we have one up here. That is good. Okay, and also what I can also do, I can also take like cards on the left and right that have like the same amount added together, and then discard them. So for example, let's just say that we had this one here on the right side, right? It wouldn't be a balance, but there is +5 and there's -5. So if we just remove all of these cards, right? That's kind of the idea. That's also what I could do, not at the moment because I don't have the prerequisites for that, right? All right, 2 more city cards. Right here, like that, and then we'll draw some cards here. Okay, this one. Oh, -6. That's quite a lot. Oh, we have +5, and and another one. That means that we just put them both on the same value, +5 or -5, and put them on the same side. There's already a lot of stuff on that side here, so let me just turn them over and put them here like this. Okay. All right, and then I will just draw a card. Okay, so yeah, it's quite a few chaos cards drawn already. Let me just check again. That's 4, I think 5 chaos cards. Yeah, there are 3 more in the deck. All right. So that's an 8. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. The wind cards only go here, right? Would be 2, 4. I could go up to an 8 here if I wanted to, and I could swap a little bit. Okay, let's try that. Let's put the 4. No, let's put the 4 here. Let's put the 2 there for now, like this. Then I could actually put this one here, right? Because fire works, right? That's -6 +6. That's fine. Nice. And then I will also place this card here. Okay. And then also this one. So 4, 6, that's 8 at the moment. Okay, that's fine. No chaos cards, man. I'm pretty lucky here. And then I will discard one. The -1 here doesn't really do a whole lot for me. So I will discard this one in order to swap these 2 here. Like that. Because now we have 8, 8. And here we have 6, 6. So we have 2 already again. That's good. That is good. Can we get one more? I don't know. Kind of rough. Yeah, let me put the -2 here for now, I think. +1, that doesn't really do a whole lot. That one doesn't help us with anything. So what I will do is I will discard this. So we do have a balance right here, and we have one right here. So these go to our victory pile. These are all discarded. There is nothing that I can like remove otherwise. And then the last city card. So we only have 3 city cards left, right? So, oh wait, here. There we go. Like this. Okay, and then we draw 2 cards here for that. City district, +2, -3, and then we draw 1 into our hand. Okay, this actually is like pretty smooth sailing here, right? We still have quite a lot of cards here, so I think we can actually make it. Okay, I definitely want this down here somehow, right? So I need to play something down here. Let me play a, I don't know, maybe like a smaller number like this, -1. Oh, okay, so now we draw a chaos card while redrawing, and that means now we choose any city and we put that on the stronger sides. For example, here, we would have +2, -3, so you would have to put that on the -3, so it would be -8. And I think that's the best thing to do almost, because the other ones will be just too imbalanced. So let me do it like this, yeah. So I wanted to switch these two, right? Actually, wait. Why did I want to switch these two? That's 9. We have 3 here. That's not even enough yet, right? Not yet. So that doesn't really do anything for us. We have +4 here. We could work with that. You know what? Let me put +4 here, and then see what becomes of that. So +4 -8. Yeah, then would make more sense again. Let me remove. Oh, which one? I think this one. Let me remove that one in order to swap these two here, like this. So we now have 4 here. That's fine. Okay, we're getting places. So the wind stuff doesn't help us at all, right? So I can just discard, because we'll never be able to use wind anymore, right? Because there are no cities that support that. So we can just remove that one in order to get rid of that here immediately, right? Because that's already balanced. That is fine. And now I can also do that, like same numbers, right? Like same values, I can remove those. Let me remove those as well. So, because there's always a limit of 3 cards on each side, right? So it always makes sense to like remove those. So let me just do it like this. Okay. So then let's redraw a card. -2. Okay. So let's see what we can do. So we need we need +6 over here. That's like way too much. But we can swap here. We can swap around here a little bit maybe. So we put the +1 here. And then let me 3. Do I have a 1? I don't. I only have such high ones. But let me put the -2 here. I think that's okay. And then remove the wind one. I don't need any wind anymore in order to do this. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Wait, I wanted to swap these two. Like that. So now we have an equilibrium here. That's fine. 7 to 2. Okay, so we just need like 5 more on that side. Let me remove that one in order to just get rid of this one here, right? So we are fine with that one. And also let me remove the -2 and the +2 here. So the last city district that we have, we just need a +5 on the left side somehow. Oh no, there's a chaos card that also goes here. Okay, I might have actually played myself into a corner here. But let's see. Let's see. Is there anything we can do? Ooh, this is going to be rough actually, right? I should be able just to discard a card and do nothing. I think that's also possible because I can't play this one there and these ones don't make sense, right? And this one here is like way too low. So I will have to discard a card and go through here and just hope I get cards that I need. Yeah, I played myself into a corner. It was a mistake to get rid of these cities so early because I could have like swapped around more, right? I think I played another Universe game where I did that too on camera at some point. Yeah, these are all wrong elements here. Yeah, these are all wrong elements. That is an issue. That is a real issue, man. Actually, no, let me keep that, put that here. Yeah, I think we lost because there are more chaos cards here and these will completely mess us up, I think. Yeah, we lost. Ah, that's a shame. I really messed up here, yeah. But these are all like negative cards. Yeah, and this one would go here. Yeah, we can't do that anymore. Ah, that's a shame. So we unfortunately didn't win here. Did I win in my other video that I showed off on the channel? I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So yeah, this is how you play Urbion, designed by Shelly Torby and by Impatience Games, the publisher. So yeah, I will not say a whole lot about this game because I've already said something in my other video, I'm pretty sure at least, but it's another game that I really enjoy, and I really like that I have like this small version here. So because it doesn't take too much table space, it's kind of okay, right? And if you like, if I like some place, for example, in Essen at Spiel or something, and this is like a great game to take with me to play solo. So yeah, really cool game. I like it a lot. The artwork by Elise Plessis is amazing. The gameplay is very good as well. Don't do what I did and leave like one row at the end. Maybe I did it in the other Urbion game as well, that I left one row at the end so I couldn't swap anymore. It's possible that I did the same thing. I was just too excited because it was like going really well that I didn't really think a lot. But well, that is how you. That is now an example of how not to play the game. Well, that concludes my playthrough of Urbion. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And also thank you for staying to the very end. As usual, a huge thanks to all of you for your support. Especially I want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. The big thanks go to Thecos for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, support me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.